Around 2 in the morning, I woke up to a thumping sound in the hallway. My door was cracked, and there was a nightlight in the hallway in case I needed to use the bathroom. The thumping kept getting louder as it moved down the hallway, and I started to hide under the covers when I saw a shadow cast on the wall. It looked like strips of yarn being swung around wildly, and I shrunk under the covers, and the thumping went away. I peeked over the covers, and the shadow was gone, and Mr. Wiggles was sitting on the floor by the door, still dirty, a puddle of water forming beneath him. I didn't move because I was still scared, but slowly I swung myself out of the bed and walked over to the door and peeked out in the hall. There wasn't anything there. So I grabbed Mr. Wiggles quickly, closed my door, and jumped back in bed. The next morning, I heard some complaining about some puddles on the floor when I found someone holding Mr. Wiggles. They told me I was grounded and took him away from me and threw him back in the washing machine. I tried to tell him that I didn't get out, that he was sitting at the door earlier that morning, but he didn't believe me. When I told him that I heard something in the house last time and saw shadows in the hall, he became worried. He told the owner that they talked for a while before he called them into the living room, and he asked them what I had witnessed. I told him about the thumping sound and the strings that looked like rope being swung wildly in the air. Dad frowned and went. The owner frowned and wanted to inspect the puddles, but it was all cleaned by the morning. After going into the garage, I heard moving things. He came closer, holding a strip of black cloth. This was the caretaker, a metal piece sticking out of the end. He grabbed the metal piece and started pulling on it. Slowly, a long blade of metal came rasping out. Everyone had witnessed a machete. That evening, I was told to go to my room and lock the door. I had been ungrounded for some reason. At around 9 p.m., I went into my room and locked the room, and I could hear people getting ready for bed in the next room in the hotel. They were talking quietly. I was still upset since Mr. Wiggles was being washed for the third time, since the dirt and the food had stained him. I went to sleep. Again, around 2 a.m., I woke up and heard the thumping. Around this time, I felt safer because my door was closed and locked. Suddenly, the thumping sound stopped while I heard a crack in the next room as someone got out of bed. The creaks crept into the hall and then stopped. The creaks then returned to the bedroom and stopped once again. And the thumping began, except the time it was right at my door. No, the thumping was coming from my door. I got out of bed and then stopped, and so thumping. I wasn't supposed to open my door for anyone.